bad. I just cut myself. It really hurt. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk a lot of shit and think about the world and try not to cry. I shouldn't try to be funny. I realized throughout this video that I wasn't wearing mascara, so I look a little bit in the video like unattractive. So, oh God, I look old. Is this what 27 is like? God, why is my skin like this? I haven't had a facial in a while. I don't know what I look like. Oh, you know what the new title for this video is? Watch me have a nervous breakdown. Today is my birthday. I'm stuck in New York City during the coronavirus. Everything is also stuck, so I'm not alone in this. Let's see. Oh God, how to be less depressed during a global pandemic. Okay, my name is Noonie. Today I am 27 years old, and the world is also on fire. I go by Noonie. I just turned 27 years old today, and obviously that is, oh God, I mean, hello, I'm 27 years old, and I am doing absolutely nothing to celebrate my birthday. That sounds depressing, but honestly, I kind of feel like there are more important things that I could be planning for or doing, like the fact that my hair kind of looks like, I was called Frederick Douglass a lot in high school, and I feel like I'm giving Frederick Douglass vibes right now, even though, I mean, I should be so lucky to ever give Frederick Douglass vibes. To make this too depressing, but maybe just more realistic and more authentic to talk about how everything sucks right now, because for a lot of people it does. And even if things don't suck too bad for you, like maybe your life hasn't changed very much by the pandemic, it still sort of sucks, because bet you know someone that's affected by the virus, or you're worried how it could potentially affect you. So yeah, things do sort of suck. And I will say, personal experience, that for the 24 to in my life, let's say globally, or not even globally, let's just say on a US scale. In 2008, the stock market crashed, and I personally, maybe because I'm black, I know a lot of family members that were affected by this. So my dad, who was a professor at it was a biblical college, I believe. Oh God, it wasn't like maybe a research one university, but he was a professor at college, and they basically terminated him. Like there was no more money, and he took a job stacking boxes and hauling things at the Walmart distribution center. And obviously there is nothing wrong with stacking boxes at the Walmart distribution center. No one is above any sort of job, but it's just especially disheartening when someone would have 2 master's degrees and there's no work. So that's what you were, I have to say, maybe reduced to doing. Lost over $250,000 in the stock market. And when I say lost, I don't mean, oh, it was diversified, or I mean, no, it was gone. There was nothing for her to reinvest. Maybe she was like some part of the unlucky percent, because I mean, a lot of people tell me like, oh yeah, always invest in the stock market. The stock market always comes back. It like never you won't fail. Just like invest in the stock market. That's how you gain wealth in this country. Yeah, not for everyone. And I hate to steer people wrong, but that's literally her experience. It's one of that honestly, her losing her money in the stock market. And also, I think maybe some of my dad having to take a job at the Walmart distribution center when I was younger, taught me this. You can do everything right. You can try and play everything by the book, and things won't work out sometimes. And especially when you're African American, it's a lot more likely that you're gonna go through some shit that's not your fault when you're African American in the United States than say if you're white and American in the United States. That's it. I mean, I really feel like no one should argue that. right? At this point in 2020, are we really going to argue that black people have it more difficult, have it harder in the United States than white, or even honestly, I would say than any other racial minority? Just going to put that out there. What else? Millennial twos. What else have we lived through? Oh, I should mention. Dun dun. I just watched Fleabag. Maybe that's a sign from God. I was interviewing at a lot of different places, one of which kind of seemed a lot like my dream job because it was all about basically a public event forum that was centered around diversity and inclusion and how big events and big companies can basically not put their foot in their mouths and tell us how they can understand the communities they intend to serve and how certain things might genuinely offend certain communities and how that basically at the end of the day hurts your pocket, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to fuck up your monies. So to make I mean, as you can probably guess, all those jobs, like all those kind of opportunities, went away with the virus. There were, I mean, don't get me wrong, they didn't necessarily disappear. People, I just had one woman say, for not the same job, but for a different job, who basically said, hey, if I'd spoken to you 2 weeks ago, you'd be in the office signing paperwork right now. But of course, here's the thing, no one is signing paperwork. I'll tweet, I think it was by Titty. I'm gonna have to put him, if I learn how, because I'm gonna edit this video by myself. So before this pandemic, I really do feel like I was really trying to get there. I was trying to mold and live the life I want. And I hate to, I mean, because honestly, this is not the correct way to use the word. Even if you want to change noun into a verb, you shouldn't architect anything, But to take a word from Ivanka Trump, I was trying to architect, or I'm going to stop. No, I was trying to mold my life into something that I wanted. So basically that meant for me applying for like certain jobs in content and production, actually getting so I have a friend that was pitching a reality or docu-series. I was going to be in it. She was also going to pitch another, I think, if I'm not mistaken, another reality slash, how would you call this? Docu-series slash reality series. And of course, reality is never, it's not insecure. It's not like the upper echelon of fiction and investigative journalism. But hey, reality is reality, and I want to sell a book. So, and obviously when the coronavirus hit, there was no production. Like, everything slowed down. People's hours got cut. People can't be out and there is nothing. I mean, I'm sure there's apparently there's like some remote jobs that you can do, maybe for people with specialized skills, or if you know someone who maybe needs more IT help or more customer service help because there's no one in the office. Oh God, I have a headache now. Maybe I need more water. Reality show avenue went away. My day job 9 to 5 avenue went away, and I think everything else low-key went away. So but to be fair, yeah, I was having a good time. I was trying to freelance. I wasn't working as much as the strip club that I sometimes work in. Actually, I work in that a lot. How do I say? Okay. But basically, I think I was trying to transition into a job away from stripping. But the thing that stripping taught me was I didn't necessarily just want to take any job. I honestly really didn't want something in finance. I wanted something in content, production, creative. And that's hard to get. I mean, obviously, as I mentioned, as a black woman, but just as anyone, it is like tooth and nail. People are ruthless to get these creative jobs. And I was so grateful to be given the opportunity to even apply for some. I had my hair natural in a while, even though that's all I used to wear. But I haven't done it like this in a while. Actually think most case. Okay, so in China they have gone through something similar. They're kind of back to normal. Nightlife, I don't think, has really picked back up, but jobs have started hiring people again. People can come back to work. Everyone's just wearing masks. Here, let's start with something light and easy. Here's what I think will happen. So number one, masks are going to be big now. So get yourself a cute mask. I'm gonna definitely get maybe a ninja, anime style, glasses or sunglasses are gonna be in. So yeah, that's cool. Fashion's gonna change up a little bit. Number two, I don't think people are gonna really trust our government as much anymore. I think that's just a given. Even people like me, let's say lost their job, they'll call for unemployment. It'll take forever for unemployment to get back to them. And then when unemployment does hit, it's funny to me that some senators or some politicians believe that if you're given unemployment, you're going to want to stop working. Because number one, how much do they think people on unemployment receive? And number two, no, just see point one. What the fuck? Like, shut up. Okay. I think that it's going to be a lot more competition to find a job, because some small businesses, or maybe honestly, I'm not even sure how many, but I'm sure small businesses have now shut down. So therefore, you're going to have a lot of competent people racing for relatively few jobs. So I do think the unemployment rate, no matter what, is going to jump. So there's that. Rise in unemployment when this is over. 2, nightlife and culture won't be the same. And 3, this bitch will wear a mask until they have like a definitive coronavirus vaccine. And even then, I really won't use it until it's been like maybe a year or two. What's something I learned in my 27 years on Earth and living through the 2008 financial market crisis? Oh, what else have I lived through? On a global scale. I don't want to get too personal. I don't want to talk about rape or anything like that, or fuckboys. I mean, sometimes they're one and the same. But anyway, let's see. What if people 24 to 30? What do we remember? Like, dead ass remember. I think we remember, because let me see, someone that's 24 is 3 years younger than me, right? I can do math. So we remember 9/11. I was in 3rd grade. So someone 3 years older than me would be in kindergarten. So they would remember. We remember the stock market crashing. That was in 2008. We remember Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift at the VMAs. Sorry, I just had to throw in some stupid shit. We remember Forbes magazine calling Kylie Jenner a self-made billionaire. We remember the Iraq War. We remember our troops invading Afghanistan. We remember the Donald Trump presidency. We remember the Obama presidency, the Obama legacy. We were there for that. Some of us even had the opportunity to vote in that. Me, our group. The generation that's used to shit. We're like the oh god, this is gonna, I hope I don't get canceled before I'm even started. But we're the generation that will remember recession after recession, that will remember traumatic event after traumatic event, and we are the generation that will come together and survive and thrive in spite of all of that. Because we are millennial 2s, Gen Zs, millennials. That's us. We know what it is. We know what we're doing. We're the ones that had to come of age in a time of bullshit. So, happy birthday to me.